Hello everyone, welcome to Yoga Sculpt. My name is Jen. I am here for Erin this morning. I am glad to have you with me for an opportunity to rejuvenate our bodies, maybe calm down our minds a little bit, and set some positive intentions for the day. This Yoga Sculpt class is going to be about 35 minutes. We'll start with some traditional yoga, sun salutations, and then move into a little bit of body weight training and challenging moves. At any time, you can always modify as you need to for what feels good for you. But we're going to come down to the mat and start in child's pose. I'm going to get my music started, turn all my lights on. So come on down with me. I like to start with a nice wide child's pose. I like to widen my knees. Arms can reach in front of the body in an extended child's pose, or they can be back by the hips. And whether you're watching this class in the morning, the afternoon, the evening, here's a time for you to focus on your breath and just be aware of the present moment. Notice the temperature of the air as it comes in your nose. The expansion of your rib cage. The pressure of the ground. On your next inhale, I want you to reach those hands forward. If you don't have them in extended child's pose, go ahead, reach them forward, almost like you're trying to push away the top end of the mat, creating space through the armpits, the side body. And then exhale and relax. Forehead might reach the floor. On that next inhale, lengthen those arms again, and I want you to walk them both to the right side of the mat. So kind of shimmy your fingers all the way to the right, so your left pinky finger is maybe just off the right edge of the mat. And then go ahead and soften again. On that next inhale, those hands walk back to center and over to the other side of the mat. Should feel a gentle tension run down that right side of the body. Don't force anything, but create some space for positive energy. Maybe you're breathing a little easier today. A sigh of relief and hope. Hands come back to center. 3 more breaths here for an extended child's pose, or hands can come back by the hips. On that next inhale, you're going to come up to a tabletop position, or hands and knees. Wrists are stacked right under the elbows, which are stacked right under the shoulders. Press into the tops of your feet so you can ground yourself down. We're going to inhale ourselves up, rolling through that spine, tucking the chin to the chest. And then when you're ready for that exhale, spine drops, tail lifts, chest opens up. Inhale yourself up. And exhale. Go ahead, move with your breath. You might be faster or slower than me. We are warming up and articulating through the spine, forward and backward, and then we'll go side to side in just a little bit. A strong, warm spine and warm, strong core are going to be what we need to support us through some of these challenging balance and strength movements. And I say challenging in a good way. Our body weight can really do a lot of things for us. Take one more. Find yourself back in a neutral spine. And I want that left eyeball to look over your left shoulder at the same time. Your hips kind of stick to the left. Inhale back to center and then exhale. Moving with your breath here. A little bit of a side to side flexion of the spine. Good, hopefully that's feeling nice. Take two more. Back to that neutral spine. Eyes look to the ground. Back hand stays put, or you can move it a little bit towards the midline. Front arm is going to open up to the sky. Maybe you look at the fingers, maybe you look at the floor, and then windmill that arm all the way around. 3 times through. Think about energy both from the hand on the floor and the fingertips up to the sky. One more. Hold it up there. Pushing away energy both spaces. That front hand is going to thread under the body. This is called thread the needle. Palm is up. Slide it underneath. Maybe your ear rests on the ground or your shoulder. If you feel warm and you want to take a bind, back hand can come around the back of the hip and tuck in your imaginary pocket. Feel opening through that shoulder joint. Again, creating positive energy and some space to breathe. I want you to put some weight into that back hand, and I want you to use the weight from that bicep muscle. Push yourself up, tricep muscle. Arm comes all the way back up. Comes down. Let's switch sides. Readjust if you need to. Back arm opens up to the ceiling and all the way around. Again, big inhale. You might notice one side is tighter than the other, or maybe doesn't have the same mobility. One more. Hold it up at the top. Think about energy sources pressing into the floor and into the ceiling. Slide that arm through, palm side up, underneath the shoulder. Maybe your ear rests on the floor, your shoulder. Good, take 2 more breaths here. Use the strength of that front hand. Push yourself up. Arm comes all the way up. One more twist. Hands come to the mat. We find ourselves in a downward facing dog. I like to put my hands a little wider and a little farther apart. Roll those toes under. Oh, good morning. In this downward facing dog or upside down letter V, you can pedal through your feet. You can come up on your tiptoes, bend your knees, roll through your ankles. Just focus on keeping that weight evenly distributed so it's not all up here in your wrists. Press through your pointer finger, your thumb. I like to think about lifting my hips up and then aiming my chest back toward my belly button. Maybe it even feels good to glance towards your belly button. Gives a nice little stretch through the leg or through the neck. Good, 3 more easy breaths here. And team, right from here, we're going to go into some core work. We're going to shift into a plank and have some tucks. So let's practice shifting into our plank first. The hips drop, the shoulders come right over the wrists. Press the weight back through those toes, and then exhale yourself back to downward dog. Couple more here to get that flow moving. Inhale it up to plank. Exhale it back to downward dog. Good. One more. Inhale up to plank. Are you feeling strong? I hope so. On this next inhale to plank, the front knee is going to come and tuck into the chest. Looks a little like this. Come with me. Breathe. Pull that knee up. You might be shaking. 2 more breaths. Send it back. Leg can stay up. Same leg comes to opposite elbow. Here we go. Lean it forward. Looking nice. 1 more breath. Send it back. Same knee, same elbow. Here we go. Exhale, inhale. Holding it here. You're challenging yourself when you have the different body parts and different planes of motion. 2 more breaths. Excellent work, team. Shift back to a downward dog. You can always drop into a child's pose or up on your shins if you need to roll through those wrists a little bit. We've got the other side to complete. So stay resting in your downward dog or your child's pose for just 2 more breaths. We will shift forward twice, both feet on the floor. Inhale into your plank. Pull that belly button in, tighten the rib cage. Exhale back, downward facing dog. 1 more here. Inhale when you're ready. Exhale back. Next time, back leg comes with us, knee comes up to chin. Inhale into that plank with a tuck. This always makes me feel so strong. Looking great. 1 more breath. Exhale it backwards. Opposite knee, opposite elbow. Inhale up. Bit of a twist. Looking nice. Exhale it back. Woo, team, 1 more. Same knee, same elbow. Think about all that bone density you're building in those arms. Core challenge. 4, 3, 2, downward dog. Come on down to a child's pose. Roll through those wrists. Let that breathing settle. Two more breaths here. Go ahead, find yourself back in a tabletop, and then back to a downward facing dog. Roll on up, curl the toes under. From this downward facing dog, I'm gonna have you walk your feet up to meet your hands. That might mean it's a lot of steps like this. Might be 1 big step. Let's enjoy that forward fold, huh? Hands can hang to the sides. Maybe you grab opposite elbows like a rag doll. Maybe fingers sneak under the toes. Let the weight of that head hold you down. We've got a couple sun salutations, and we're going to add in some lunges, so it's kind of my own hybrid version of a sun salutation. Carefully roll up that spine. I like to put my hands on my outer thighs. Roll up so that the head's the last thing that comes up. Standing tall, confident. On that next inhale, arms come up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, front lift, flat back. Hands can support you on the shins, the thighs, or the ground. Exhale, round and roll through that spine. Same exhale, if you can, step back all the way to the ground or hover. I like to come all the way down. Cobra or upward facing dog, or maybe a baby cobra like this. Exhale, slide into downward dog. Catch your breath. Check in with the body. Is it a little warmer? A little more flexion and extension in the ankles maybe. Look up between those thumbs on your next inhale. You're going to step, jump, or walk those feet up. Roll it on up. Arms can come up to the sides or up through heart center. Exhale down. Team, we have 2 more like that, then we will add on. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Swan dive where the hands can come through heart center. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step into that plank. Same exhale if you can, all the way down or hovering. Cobra or upward facing dog, toes roll over. Exhale, send the hips back. Downward facing dog. Two breaths here. Eyes look up between those thumbs. Step, jump, or walk those feet up. Hang just for a breath. Arms up. Confident and tall. One more, team. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Forward lift. Exhale, round and roll. Big step or jump back. Confidence as you lower yourself to the ground. Isn't this a tricky way to get tricep push-ups in? I like it. Cobra or upward facing dog. Spinal extension. Roll through those toes. Downward facing dog. Nice, team. Breathing here. Readjust if you need to. Walk those feet to touch at the back of the mat. Front foot is going to rise up. Keep weight evenly in both hips. Eyes are going to look up to the thumbs. Front foot is going to step forward. Get your bearings, get yourself straight. When you feel ready, hands can come to heart center or all the way up above the head. Crescent lunge. Here's my favorite part. We're going to do a little bit of twisting, so that front leg is forward. Maybe it's your right or maybe it's your left. The opposite arm is going to shoot forward. We open up wide. Oh, doesn't that feel great? Breathing. Nice. Pushing through those heels. 2 breaths here. You're going to windmill or cartwheel those hands down. Come on back, downward dog. Leg can come up, and then you can bring it right back down. Other side. Inhale, let that back foot float up. On that exhale, footsteps between the hands. Get yourself situated. Both arms up to the sky or here. Back arm, which is the same as the back leg, opens behind you. We have a revolved lunge. Sinking into that front leg, opening through the chest. How we doing? Good, keep breathing. Let's cartwheel those arms back down. Step it back. Shake out that leg. Downward facing dog. Team, we've got some plank tucks that we're going to put together with our downward facing dog. Front leg, shift into that plank, tuck that knee into the center, shift it back, knee to opposite elbow, exhale it up, shift it back, knee to same elbow. Awesome work. Step that front leg forward, low lunge. Keep that back hand on the floor. Arm opens up. Twisted lunge here. Now you're going to use your core to get yourself up to that revolved stance. So I am pressing in to my front foot and my hand. I'm going to use that ground for energy. Up we come. Nice. Breathing. I want you to match your breath to your movements. When you're ready to exhale, whoa, there we go. Here we go, team. 5 or 6 of them here. Power in that front leg. Use the core to drive the body up. Keep it coming. You got them. Couple more. Working bone density. I like what I'm seeing. Last one. All the way up, all the way down. Be gentle and patient. But those legs are getting tired, yeah? Windmill those arms down. Step that foot back. Downward facing dog. If you need to take a child's pose, you certainly can. Pedal through the feet. Let that breathing regulate. We've got that all on the other side. Walk those feet to touch. If you're in a child's pose, come on back to your downward dog. Back foot lifts up. Tucks are first. Inhale, tuck right to the center, up to the chin. Push it back. Opposite knee, opposite elbow. Same knee, same elbow. Great flow, team. Back leg steps up between those thumbs. Get yourself situated. Back leg and front arm are on the floor. Visualize it before it happens. That's what I like to do. You're going to use your core. Arm up. All right, let's rise up the torso. Ooh. Good, nice balance. Exhale it down. You flow with your breathing. Inhale, use the core to pull yourself up. Exhale it back down. Good, 4 or 5 more of these. Looking great, everybody. How's that energy in both of those feet? Good, 2 more here. Nice, team. Inhale it up. Last time, exhale it down. Windmill those arms. Find yourself in a downward dog, or if it's time for a child's pose and a quick drink of water, certainly an option too. We'll give those legs a little break. Move into some arm work. Woo. From your downward dog or your child's pose, find yourself in a plank. We've got a rotating T. Put the push-up in the middle. Side plank first. Stack that wrist, elbow, shoulder. Roll it down. Give me 1 push-up. You got it, just 1. Roll the other way. Inhale back to center. Just 1. Other way. Work with your breathing. Always an option here to be on the knees, right? You can roll to center, push up, roll to side plank, or 1 leg can come out. Looking great, team. Another 15 seconds. Good. It's not a race, but you're focusing on core stability. A little bit of upper body work here. Shoot that hand to the sky. Strong shoulder joint. Nice. Here we go, last one. Find yourself back in a plank. You're gonna step those feet up, walk them up, jump them up. Give yourself a nice hang. Let those arms rejoice. Great job. I'm just moving to the middle of my mat so you can see me. You can stay where you are at the top of your mat. We've got some chair poses. Roll up through that spine. Big shoulder roll. Couple options for your chair. Feet can be wide. Feet can touch. Ankles can touch. Big toes can touch. You're going to sit in your imaginary chair. If you do any boot camp classes with me, virtual or otherwise, you know that I love to do some chair sits or wall sits. Inhale, arms can be up or at heart center. Sink yourself into that chair. If your feet and knees are together, use that energy to press in. Notice how I'm not curved here. My weight's in my backside. Good. Can you wiggle your toes and relax your face? Wiggle your right elbow. That right elbow is going to go to your left knee. Ready? Let's go. Exhale. See if you can keep those hands right at heart. So what we don't want is our butt cheeks sliding up. Working on that rotation. Exhale back to center. Wiggle that other elbow. Let's do it. Can you keep your rear end low? It wants to come up and stand. Push into both of those hands for kind of some two-way power here. Excellent. Back to center. One more each time. Then we're going to add on. Exhale back to center with your movement. Can you keep that rear end low? Good. Back to that first side. Right elbow, left knee. Arms stay here. Right leg big, but soft step back. Nice, team. Woo. Thank you, legs, for holding me up. Inhale it back. Oh, team, we've got two more. Let's do it when you're ready. Move with that breath. And it might take you a couple steps. You might be wobbly. That's how we practice and refine. Woo, inhale it up. One more. Exhale, big but soft step back. Regulating that breathing. Come on up. Unwind, hang, ragdoll. Ooh, shake out through those glutes, the hips. Nice job. Of course, we have to do both sides to be even, right? Inhale those arms up. Let's stand tall. Come on back into a chair. Hands at heart center or hands up. Breathing here. Hands to the heart center. Left elbow, right knee. We've got a couple twists here first. Inhale back to center. Exhale, right elbow, left knee. Awesome work, team. Switch sides when you're ready with that breath. One more. Back to where we started. Left elbow, right knee. Imagine it before it happens. Big but soft step back. Stay in that lunge. Oh, good. How are those hands doing? Are they giving each other energy? Inhale, step it up. Stay low. 3 more, team. Exhale. If you want to go a little faster or slower than me, you certainly can. Come on up. Can you stay low? Good. Oh. Step it back. Inhale up. We've got one more. Back and forth, and we're finished with the tough leg sequence. Back we go. Woo. Nice job. Step it up. Elbows back to center. Hands can come up or stay here. 2 breaths. Looking great, team. Stand tall. Shake it out. How are those legs doing? Woo! One more leg sequence, then we'll come into some very well-deserved stretching. We should be nice and warm. Feet are going to step wide on your mat in a goddess or horse pose. Toes track outward. Think about a string pulling that tailbone down. Hands can be at heart center. Overhead makes it a little more challenging. Drop low. Whoa. Knees kind of press out the same way the toes do. Regulating the breathing. Standing tall, even though we're sinking. Right heel. Oh, a couple centimeters. Left heel. Woo. Right heel. Move with your breath. If you'd prefer to just keep the heels on the ground, certainly an option too. Looking strong, team. 2 more here. Awesome job. All right, both heels. 8, 7, 6. Feel those little proprioceptors in your feet. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop them. Toe heel those feet in. We're going to find our way to the top of the mat. I don't know about you, my hips are sore, so I love to do any type of hip stretch. Let's step ourselves back into a plank and then downward dog. Bring those feet to touch. Right leg or back leg or front leg, either one, comes on up tall. This time, instead of stepping, that knee is coming up between the thumbs. You can drop your back knee. You can roll over to the side, especially if you have really tight hips. If you're a runner and those hips are not interested in moving anymore. Or you can kind of sit on top of it. Maybe you have a yoga block or a blanket that you like to put under. I like to be on my forearms and really let the weight of my body stretch through that hip. But maybe you're right here. Or maybe your foot is out a little bit. Everybody's going to have a different stretch here based on the way that your bones connect in your joints. But what I want you to do is find maybe a little bit of uncomfortableness or tension, but it's a tension that you can embrace. We'll be here 5 or 6 breaths. Eyes can be open or closed. Shouldn't be painful. And I don't know about you, I could stay here all day, but I have a few other commitments. 2 more breaths here. When you're ready to come out, hands are going to come right under the shoulders. Roll over, curl those toes. Send that leg back or shake it out. We've got the other side. Lift the leg. Knee comes between the thumbs. Settle yourself in. Oh. Readjust as much as you need to. Maybe on one side you can be on your forearms, and the other side you're up on holding yourself up here. Or you really roll over and drape that body over the inside of the leg. Your breathing is slowing down. Heart rate slowing down. Still keep that energy focused on the here and now. If your mind wanders, just pull it and bring it on back. Two more breaths here. When you are ready, from here I'm going to ask you to get into a kind of crisscross applesauce, legs crossed position. You can face the front of your mat. I'll turn sideways. If this doesn't feel good, legs can also be straight out. Left hand is on the ground. Right hand is up. Right hand to the opposite, or the outside of the left knee. See if that left hand can reach behind. Long spine. Even let your nose, your chin, everything travel behind you. Can you twist a little further? Wringing out that old, stale air. Old, stale mentality and thoughts that don't serve you serve you well at all anymore. Come on back to the center. Right hand on the floor, left hand is up. Opposite side of the knee. 2 more breaths here. Hands back to center. They can rest on your knees. They can rest at heart center. They can be on the sides of the mat. A few final breaths, again, just to bring positive energy in, clear out the negative, maybe breathe a sigh of relief. I wish you well. I hope you can carry that positive intention with you the rest of the day. Namaste. Thank you for joining, everybody. Erin will be back next week. See you soon.